Yeah, one of the things that made a ton of headlines, I don't know how long ago it was 60-minute special, Amazon talking about drone deliveries. Um, with that, as you said, COVID kind of accelerated that with test kits and what have you. What's your take on taking that to the next level? Are the capabilities there today for Amazon to do something? And what's your advice to other retail outlets? Is now the time to get on board, or and if they don't, is this going to be another reason that everybody hates Amazon because they were so quick to respond?
I'm going to say something that may shock you. I actually think Walmart is in a better position to take advantage of drone delivery than Amazon, and here's why. Walmart has 5,000 retail locations across the United States. I don't even think I'm including, and Sam's Club probably adds to that. Distribution centers probably adds to that. They have a tremendous amount of real estate within a Walmart. Or let me say it this way: 70% of the population lives within 3 miles of a Walmart. That is a tremendous base of operation to start a drone operation program, right? I mean, think about if all of the different Walmarts all had their own drone delivery operation, they can hit a tremendous amount of people quickly and easily. Quickly, relatively, let's say, within a couple of years. But if you look at, say Amazon, they don't have that retail footprint. And the drone regulations are not at a place right now where they can, even though Amazon might have a distribution center, say here in Hampton Roads, they can't hit all of this population under the current drone regulations. And without a serious number of waivers from the FAA, they can't hit that population easily. So they're going to have to do some sort of combination of mobile centers as well as, maybe working from their distribution center. But it becomes a heck of a lot more complicated for them.
So Amazon can't do it because they don't have as many centralized locations to move back and forth, where the biggest issue in transportation, as I understand, is the last mile thing. And because Walmart has so many locations, 70% within 70% of the country lives within 3 miles of a Walmart, something like that. That becomes more of an easier, less mile thing than having one location. Because I mean, what does Hampton Roads have? One Amazon distribution center at this point?
Yeah, I mean, there's like one, massive facility. I'm not trying to underscore it. It's a massive facility, but you can't hit Portsmouth, Hampton, Chesapeake, Virginia Beach, Norfolk from that location. Right. You can't. The drone technology doesn't exist to do that. The FAA regulations don't exist right now to do that. I'm not saying, 10 years from now, hell, maybe even 5 years from now, maybe we'll get to that place, but we're not there now.
But in the meantime, we buy Walmart stock once they.
I just think it's fascinating because this is the technology that actually flips that entire model. Like everybody is always talking about, these retail stores are an albatross around, the retailer's neck because they're expensive and they have all of this different real estate they have to pay for and the labor and all that, and which is all true. But this kind of flips it and makes that asset now a positive and not a negative.
So it's interesting that you use the drone aspect of this, because I've been thinking about this a lot, and I think that the Walmarts are in a better position than the Amazons because of exactly what you're saying. But I saw it as the retail function of that store where people go in, because that is the expensive thing, that closes, and people will go into their cars and pick up the stuff. But now you're saying, you've come in and said, well, remove the people picking up the cars, and they'll go get the last mile delivered via drone. And it's still kind of the same process of there, except it's not my car, it's a drone delivering that thing. And so it's interesting that we're kind of on the same page, at least from the first part.
Right.
There. Let's be honest. People are lazy, so they would rather have the thing delivered by drone than having to go pick it up. But I see retail situations where there are big warehouses like a Walmart going away because that company, I don't know what the exact numbers are, but it's a higher percentage to have to make the bananas look pretty, to have the checks mix lined up so that the person can walk by the thing, where They don't care. All it has to do is have their employees or even a drone or a robot built by SVT robots to kind of track where it is, to go in there and say, we're picking up all the stuff, and then we're going to have it here and drone up or whoever is going to deliver it. Yeah, I mean,
here, Zach, you muted yourself.
That's the robots that I think people, freak out about, and it's like, hey, like this is the tech. It's going to happen.
Right. And that's the interesting thing is, what's going to come first? Is it going to be the drones delivering stuff doorstep, or is it going to be autonomous vehicles that are visiting your house? But it's coming, and it's a matter of what's going to happen first. But people got to get on board and accept it right now.
Yeah. I mean, one of the things that'll have to happen too, and I think your analogy of the folks being able to go into the stores to pick up their stuff is also good as well for the retail environment, because it basically just adds another option for that store. You can come in and shop the store. You can come in and just pick up your stuff and pre-order it, or you can have some stuff delivered by drone. I think the drone delivery, at least in the immediate future, is probably going to be more one-off type stuff, or prescription drugs. Or I forgot the milk, we're not at a place right now where I can deliver your entire grocery list by drone, just because it's.
What are the weight?
Yeah,
right now.
So it's the large drones and stuff is probably around 10 pounds and under, and that's not a huge drone, but that's still a pretty good sized drone. I mean, the COVID test kits that we're delivering are just, a few ounces. And that's why prescription drugs is actually, I think, and over-the-counter drugs is actually the next logical step here, because it's fairly lightweight, lightweight things. The asthma inhaler doesn't weigh a whole lot, or, whatever it may be.
So the 10-pound kettlebell or the 25-pound kettlebell that Tim bought,
we're going to take a little bit for that. We're going to a couple years for that.
It's taking a little bit to get to that too.
Right.